Reading, study, spending time with your family, making sure that you get exercise in, working, spending time with friends. Look, there's a lot you could be doing over the summer holidays to be productive, but let's break down each one of them so that productivity doesn't become something that's overwhelming in itself. And I want to make sure that you guys are still having fun, still making sure that you're taking a break and looking after yourself during these holidays. So we're going to make sure that you're going to find that nice balance while still being productive. Hey, I'm Lisa. I own Lisa Study Guides, where we offer private tutoring to year 9s through to year 12s in Victoria, Australia, and we publish study guides that are being used by teachers and students in schools across the world. So on this channel, I talk all things to do with English to help you boost your marks. So if you like what you're hearing, then make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any notifications. The first tip I have for you in order to get that productivity during the summer holidays is actually take some time out and to reflect on how you did in your past term or semester. Take out a sheet of paper and answer these 3 questions. What did I do well in my past term? What did I not do so well in my past term? And what will I do differently in the coming term? Now, once you've done this, you can move on to the second point, which is actually a follow-up to point 1, and that's setting process goals for the coming term. So process goals are actually different from performance goals, and actually process goals are far more effective. So what's the difference between the two? Process goals are what you intend to do, while performance goals are what you intend to achieve. Now, most people just write performance goals, but they don't actually write down their process goals in order to help them get there. That's why a lot of the times you may set goals that just feel quite overwhelming and feel quite mammoth in terms of actually being able to achieve that end result. But if you're able to then break it down and think about the processes that you need, the things that you need to do in order to get there, then it actually simplifies things into smaller, manageable chunks. And I love actually having process goals because instead of just celebrating at the end result, you're actually celebrating your progress in your studies as you're going. So you're getting these small wins all the time, which is actually really motivating and helps you keep going. Now, speaking about process goals, English itself specifically is one of those subjects where it very much is that process and progress. It's not one of those subjects that you can cram in overnight and expect to do well in. So I have a freebie for you guys, which is the LSG 3-Step Signature Program, where I teach you the top 3 common mistakes that students make, why they make those mistakes accidentally, why you should stop making those mistakes, and what you should be doing instead to actually help to boost your marks, help to get rid of any confusion when it comes to English, because I know a lot of students are quite confused with, what should I do to actually get better? My teacher is telling me this, but I don't actually even know how to go and do that myself. So if any of this sounds like you, go ahead and download that link. Going through this course where it has exclusive videos of me helping you with your English that you won't find anywhere else is definitely counted as part of what you could do during your summer holidays as well, just as an FYI. Third tip is to get ahead with your school's workload. So what you might want to do here is read your school text for the year. You may want to make notes on them and start making some analysis. You may even want to complete the first few chapter questions from your maths textbook or from your science textbook. This is just to help you get exposed to what's coming ahead. So when you actually start school, you've already been involved in it to some degree, so it won't feel as overwhelming either. It's more of that slipping into school rather than just like a everything in your face as soon as you get started. Next is productivity in terms of your lifestyle. So when we talk about productivity, we often talk about it more in terms of school and work and how productive we're being there. But I like to think of productivity more as a lifestyle choice as well. So to me, when I spend more time with my family and friends, that actually breathes a lot of new energy into me. It makes me feel really wholesome. It makes me feel like I'm reinvigorated because I'm spending time with family and friends, and that actually has a positive benefit on my actual studies and work as well, because when I'm happy over here, it just bleeds into everything else in my own life. So don't think of just school and study as its own bucket and this isolated thing. Think about how other aspects of your life can actually influence and help you feel better about doing this school load or school work. Now, other than that, you might also want to pick up a hobby or a new skill during your school holidays. If you wanted to do this, I often find that the hobbies that we're interested in, we learn skills that we can actually take into our studies as well. For example, there was a period of time during lockdown when I was baking a lot. And when I was baking a lot, I learned a lot about food chemistry and food science and basically how baking all works, you know, how heat itself changes the chemicals in certain ways. And that's why at the end of it all, you go from flour to cake. And so that sort of knowledge actually helped to directly feed into my science knowledge as well and chemistry knowledge. So even though you're doing something different that isn't necessarily school related, just know that that thing that may feel very separate, you're still gaining skills that you could use in any parts of your life. So you don't always have to be studying to ensure that you feel productive and to feel like you're making progress itself. Leverage other aspects of your life into your studies because you're going to have way more fun doing that. Next is to make sure that you exercise regularly, get out there, look after your own health, because you'll find that when you look after yourself first, then you'll find that you'll be a lot more alert, a lot more focused when you actually do come to your school work. Getting your mind off school and doing other things actually means that when you do come to getting productive in your school work, that you're actually totally there and you're ready to take on that challenge. Whereas if you're doing it all the time, you're just gonna get sick of it, right? The next thing is to get out there and try something different. Go somewhere new, go on an adventure, get exposed to different environments that can help you feel more creative, help you feel and appreciate nature, because all of that is going to help you feel better as a person, and again, feed more nicely into your actual studies itself. Now, we've talked a lot about being social and getting yourself out there, but on the other hand, if you just want to cozy up and chill at home, then make sure you pick up some books, pick up some literature or some podcasts or anything that's going to help you, again, grow in your skill set, grow in your understanding of ideas, 2, your articulation of those ideas, or maybe even 3, being able to pick up new vocabulary that you then can put into your schooling itself. So what I've talked about here today is more of a holistic approach to studies. It's not just about being productive in school, but actually latching onto other aspects of your life and seeing how those can actually fuel your schooling and help you be a more successful student. If you like this video, then I know you're definitely going to like next week's video, which is how you can use your school holidays to get ahead in English specifically. So I'm going to give you some really nice study scheduling timetables that you'll be able to download as well. So make sure you go and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, so you can get notifications for that. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to thumbs it up and also leave in the comment section below what about this video resonated most with you. What do you enjoy? What are you looking forward to doing? I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Bye.